What is going on, collectors? Optical 20 back for another preview. Today we're going to take a look at Deadpool and Wolverine X-23, and you can pre-order this at bigbadtoystore.com. I'll put the link down below. I woke up and we know it's coming, right? Like they teased this, her, Gambit, Elektra, and Blade. It's just a matter of when. I know they're going to stagger this announcement because you can't drop it all at once. I'm guessing we're gonna get one up until Christmas. Maybe once a week they're gonna drop one. Some people are gonna pre-order them all at once. Some people might even think about it. But one in front of us is X-23, played by Daphne Keane. Looks amazing. Like the moment I saw this, I was kind of late. That's why I'm just doing the video now. I was late for work, so I was just like, all right, you know what? I'll do it when I get home. But I was examining the pictures on the train. Man, it looks great. It initially, maybe it's just my phone, but initially it looks stylized. And I was just like, why does it look kind of stylized? Meaning it feels like there's filter on it. But looking closely, it just, I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but the likeness is so good. And then the hair, it's kind of blowing from the back. I do like the effect. It's kind of like what we saw from Wanda from Multiverse of Madness, which I very much welcome. I was surprised that they didn't do, again, kind of like Wanda from the front, where my biggest concern first was that can she move her head? And I know Hot Toys has come a long way with their hair, and it's not as hard anymore. It's kind of soft that you could still maneuver the head, sort of like Thor from Love and Thunder. So I'm guessing they are gonna do the same treatment here. But I like the, kind of like the wind is sweeping. It works for action shots. Unfortunately, her face does not resembles that, But I don't have any complaints. Make no mistake, I don't have complaints with the expression. It's her. She has a pretty stern look to begin with, and I love it. I guess you put on the glasses, and you could mimic a more of an angry one. I've seen some comments where ideally she have a screaming face, but if you make me choose, I always wanted to get a pretty neutral sculpt, because it works on a lot of poses compared to something that is pretty specific, let's say a screaming one. Make no mistake, I would love to have one, but as a secondary head sculpt, not a primary. The height comparison you just saw there, it looks pretty good compared to Hugh Jackman Wolverine. I think the body proportions are great. The fact that they use a silicone body is a big improvement, so you don't have to deal with those joints. The hands that you can interchange and the claws, that is great as well. The boots, again, look at this. Her hair is her head is tilted one way, and the end of her hair, like the tips, it's not touching, the body. And the base looks pretty good as well. It looks like a modified Mark 85 battle damage / KX droid with some flame effects on it, and I love it. I personally love the look. You see the hair right there, so like in here, like this pose right here, it just works great. It looks like the wind is sweeping her hair one way. You can play around with a lot of poses here. The fact that you can move the eyes, it just brings the likeness more. It's not that it needs any help. I think the likeness is spot on. I hope that the shoulders are not seamless, only the arms, because there's no point in the shoulders being seamless, just so you can have better range of motion. But I love the look of this figure, and the price is pretty competitive as well. So, there's a lot of things working here. I know it doesn't come with a lot of accessories, but it doesn't need to. This is all she has. Sunglasses from the first Logan movie, her backpack, the diorama base, the Juggernaut helmet. It's all you need. The base looks phenomenal for the price that you're getting this for. So no complaints there whatsoever. Again, the price is pretty good. I'm looking forward Look at the interchangeable hands with claws and boots with detachable claws. So you can just, insert the claws and out. That is, and it looks like from the boots area right there that there is ankle articulation inside the boots. That it's not a split cut design, but it's there. I like the unicorn too on her bag. That's a good throwback. I love Logan, the first movie from 2017. Love that movie. I know she was younger there, but you can't help but be attached to the character. So even though it's not the same, because I do have the third party, So Toys Logan with oh my god, is that X-24? I guess it is the clone. Would it work? Probably not, because she's definitely she's not a child anymore. But I don't mind just having her. It's very cool that we actually have an X-23. We never got a Logan figure. Right now that maybe they have the likeness for Hugh Jackman, why not revisit that? I'll be all for it. Like all of the options that we had back then was third party, and at the time, they suffice. But we now we can see what Hot Toys could do. Can you imagine an artisan Logan with a beard? Well, maybe they're not gonna do a rooted beard, but the hair. I mean, why can't you do a rooted beard? I mean, we've seen that done with Gandalf, so if we can do that for a Logan, I'll be all over it. I know the movie's old now, but we've seen them do this. We've seen them release Cable when Deadpool 2 has been out for a long time. So, and X-Men, Days of Future Past, Wolverine, that movie has been long released, and we still got one. So, holding my hopes here that maybe one day we can still see Logan and X-23 in their form from the 2017 movie. And after this release, I would say this is a must-have for me. Combining the price, the look, how beautiful the head sculpt is. I like the base as well, because you could use that base for different figures. And I just wish these bases were not all the same mold, but you can interlock them. So you can make one big diorama, a base like that. I mean, you can still pretty much put them together, but, I wish they're the same color, because KX and Mark 85 has a different tone of their, the ground. But let me know in the comments, is this something that you would pick up, or you're going to pass on this and pick up Blade? I would love to hear your thoughts. Thank you for watching. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.